Pantheon is a temple where gods dwell. Our Pantheon is a sanctuary of our earthly gods, the great people of our nation. They were born for the history, to contribute to the human civilization, to move along with their people through centuries towards eternity. We must follow the precepts of our great people while we move along our way. We swear not to deviate. We swear, we swear, we swear. A mountainous isle hanging from the sky, country of Armenia. In the center of that isle, two bells, huge and not made by hand, and so huge and so gigantic that could not be hung from any hook, therefore were simply overturned on the earth. The name is Ararat, or Sis and Masis. Everything started here, the great deluge. The earth ruffles, and God found the most righteous man, Noah, and entrusted him the mission of preserving the human race and the world of animals. Noah found the earth. It was Mount Ararat. It was Armenia. Who can remember precisely at what age he felt the sorrow for Ararat? For us Armenians, its twin peaks are not a mere mountain. They are biography. They are bells that always toll inside of us on the fatal days of our history. An Armenian is born with a sorrow for the lost country and an unpunished massacre in his heart and in his blood. There can hardly be found even one lucky Armenian who does not bear the pains caused by the history. A lucky Armenian? Are there any lucky Armenians in the world? Who knows? Maybe there are. Maybe this one. Or this one. Probably this one doesn't even realize that he is creating a miracle. He is constructing our history in stone. To be more exact, he is continuing to construct. Lucky is he who leaves a beautiful trace in the world. Throughout millenniums, Armenians have lived in their historical homeland around Ararat, that is called Armenia. They have built, created, and increased the good of the world, and have given birth to the genius. Perhaps the history of the great people of our nation begins here and continues in the combat of Haik and Bel, when the fearless patriarch shot his arrow from his long bow, nailing down the offender of his people to the earth. Or perhaps our history begins here, in the once powerful kingdom of Urartu, where Kings Rusa, Arame, Menwa, Argishti have reigned. Or maybe from Tigran the Great. Our ancestors have built Echmiadzin, and being the first in the world, adopted Christianity as a state religion back in 301. Our ancestors created their unique script and literature. Here, Mesrop Mashtots, the creator of the new Armenian alphabet, has found his eternal refuge. The word creator is too humble to describe him. After the pagan god Tyr, Mashtots is the new god of script and literature of the Christian era. Being a powerful pagan nation, Armenians had their writing and rich folklore. However, the Old Danelian script was too scanty to satisfy the requirements of the developing language. Creation of a qualitatively new alphabet became urgent. The new letters that Mashtots created in 406 were a result of divine inspiration. They had a tremendous impact on the formation of the cultural integrity of Armenians and became the pledge of their survival. During the first 100 years of the creation of the new alphabet, Armenian literature lived its golden age. The works of Movses Khorenatsi, Gorion Yeznik Gogobatsi, Agathon Geros, and tens of other historians and philosophers uncover early pages of history of ancient nations of the world. On the other hand, challenge the opponents of the Christian teaching, proving its virtues and sustainability. Armenians have fought their battles with pens against enemy's swords. Thanks to the divine creation of Mesrop Mashtots, our language obtained its written form. The soldiers that Mashtots gave to us fought with us on crucial battles of our history from Avarair to Sardarabad and ensured our victory in Artsakh fight. Scholars Anania Shiragatsi, David the Invincible contributed their unique say in the investigation of the world and nature. Their works are bold observations of the surrounding life. The song of the hammer and the creation of the mind were never interrupted, not even on the most fatal days of our life. Already in the early medieval, the spirit of the Renaissance was present in the creations of our architects and sculptors. They built the city of Ani with its infrastructures for 100,000 population. Architect Turtat crowned it with Mother Temple, Gaggashen, Savers churches, as well as constructed churches in Argina of Shirak region, Hakpat, Sanayin, crowned the temple of Hagia Sophia in the Byzantine city of Constantinople, nowadays Istanbul, with a magnificent dome. The churches of Glazor, Areni, as well as many cross-stones, manuscripts, are the fruit of mind and hand of Momik, architect and miniaturist who lived in 13th to 14th centuries. Miniaturists Taras Roslin, Sarkis Spitsak, Grigor Tatevadze, and others turned Armenian manuscripts into a treasury of fine art and passed to us, descendants, priceless jewels of historiography. Moreover, already in the 10th century, with Grigor Narekatsy's creations, Armenian poetry broke the theological veil and began glorifying the nature and the man. In one of his songs, Tars, he writes that the rose has taken its color from the hair of the sun. What a splendid association, and what a daring animation of sun in the 10th century. Such images of Grigor Narekatsy were the first steps that paved the road towards Renaissance. His creations are about Rose, woman, and her beauty and charm. They are about nature and ordinary guilty people who strive for perfection that is God, but never reach Him. Two petals as lips, the rose drips form the lips. The harp sings when the tongue moves. Or the lady moves with a lustrous grace. The ray of light drops from my beloved. The Book of Sadness, or Narek, has been worshipped by all generations of Armenians as a sacred book. They still used to put it beneath the head of the patient, hoping for quick healing. It's a book of faith, divine composition, which for us Armenians is equal to Bible. The fables and stories of Mkhitar Gosh and Vartan Aygektsy rebel against the existing customs, removed the bandages of the manners of that time, and already in the 13th century paved the way for Renaissance. Medieval poet Frigg, 13th century, and Kuchak, 16th century, perceived the surrounding world realistically. I am an eye, and you are the light, my love. Without light, the eye gets dark. I am fish, and you are water, my love. No water, the fish is killed. If a fish is taken from water and dropped to another water, it will live. If I am separated from you, I can do nothing but die. 18th century bard Sayat Nova's sensible and philosophical lyrics was sung not only in Armenian but also in Caucasian languages. His songs glorify love, the joy and pains that love causes, its supernatural force.
Ես կույմեր ընչի մգիրի, ճավայր կարի նմա,
Աշխարհումս իմնդունիս Բեմուրվատիս մուրվաչունիս Աշխարհումս իմնդունիս Բեմուրվատիս մուրվաչունիս Ռոշներիտ նաբադունիս Ռանդուշակարին մանիս Ռոշներիտ նաբադունիս Ռանդուշակարին